we're in the age of extreme materialism. It seems to be getting worse and worse, and the whole value system of not only this country or European countries, but all countries basically, is materialism.
The sincere effort of a man to become a mechanist represents the tragic phenomenon of that man's futile effort to commit intellectual and moral suicide.
It's good for us to understand the dangers of materialism and that false value system, because it's very appealing. It's been appealing to us, all of us, at some time in our lives, and we're trying to get it out. And in order for us to turn around and be change agents and ministers and leaders in this coming new fifth world, divine new order, we have to understand the costs of being out of divine pattern.
I can't see you, but I know you in life. I can't touch you, but I feel you in life. I can't hear you, but I sense you in life.
The vulnerability of materialism. How foolish it is for material-minded man to allow such vulnerable theories as those of a mechanistic universe to deprive him of the vast spiritual resources of the personal experience of true religion. The inconsistency of the modern mechanist is, if this were merely a material universe and man only a machine, such a man would be wholly unable to recognize himself as such a machine. And likewise would such a machine man be wholly unconscious of the fact of the existence of such a material universe.
If you see a person just as a machine or a body, if you see only that you can touch or taste or whatever, but you don't see those energy systems and those subtle energies and those living spiritual forces, if you don't sense those and know that they exist, then you're materialistic, because all you see in front of you is that which, is material, not even Morancha.
The mechanical is important. You can't just not be concerned about the mechanical. We need tools. We need a tool a shovel. We need picks. We need tools. So utilizing those tools for the greater good of God's kingdom is the idea. Using a guitar, using an instrument for the greater glory of God's kingdom is how we should use our instruments.
Paradise values of eternity and infinity, of truth, beauty, and goodness, are concealed within the facts of the phenomena of the universes of time and space. But it requires the eye of faith in a spirit-born mortal to detect and discern these spiritual values.
When Jesus told the apostles, 2 apostles, to go into this town, and when they get there, there'd be a man, and ask him for his donkey. Well, that logically, that doesn't make any sense. Why should this man give them his donkey? But when God ordains it, doesn't matter what the law is. Doesn't matter what common sense is. Doesn't matter what, 3D rules are. When God ordains it, it's going to happen by faith. And you have to believe in it. So that's the principle. And the kingdom of God is faith. Mm-hmm. It's a kingdom of faith, the kingdom of God. So we learn what that kingdom of God is as we grow more spiritually and go from circle to psychic circle We have an understanding on the fourth circle. You know, I could start at the seventh, but no use going there. But we have an understanding on the fourth, what the kingdom of God is. We have a higher understanding on the third. We have a higher understanding on the second. And we have a higher understanding on the first. Mm-hmm. So as we go up in the psychic circles, the kingdom of God expands. And logic disappears. You know, because although God is logical, He is first and foremost a God of faith. Mm-hmm. Created His universe by faith. Mm-hmm. It runs by faith. Doesn't run by logic. Doesn't run by principle. Doesn't run by rule. It runs by faith.
The universe is not like the laws, mechanisms, and the uniformities which the scientist discovers, and which he becomes to regard as science, but rather like the curious thinking, choosing, creative, combining, and discriminating scientist, who thus observes universe phenomena and classifies the mathematical facts inherent in the mechanistic phases of the material side of creation. Neither is the universe like the art of the artist, but rather like the striving, dreaming, aspiring, and advancing artist who seeks to transcend the world of material things in an effort to achieve a spiritual goal.
I think when we begin to appreciate the creator behind whether it's the novelist or the poet or the sculptor or whoever, the architect, whatever, the gardener, the cook, the chef, the parent, whatever it is, it helps us get out of ourselves and we become so looking at life through a straw of our personal interests, and it opens us up, our hearts up and our minds up to truly not being materialistic in how we see a person, because we're looking at that human being and appreciating them. And it takes us out of self. And again, adds another dimension, layer of richness to our lives. So, which is actually love for another human being. And in all your solicitation concerning the necessity for self-expression, do not make the mistake of failing to provide for a juster expression, the manifestation of your real and better self. And that's the superhuman part of us, where we allow the adjuster to express himself through us, which is a part of our personality expression. And so when a person doesn't value themselves as a personality, a human being that has a soul and spirit living within, then they don't value others either. And that's why there's increased wars. And you don't think like me, so I can easily blow you up. I can kill you. I can declare war on you because we want the oil that your country has. And all of those terrible acts of violence that happen. And looking at children and women as objects to be used in the sex slave industry. And that's all. Or, we can go on and on and on, but not recognizing that we are spiritual beings and that we have a fragment of God the Creator, God the Father within us.
I can't see you, but I know you.